Hello, Professor Eldridge. If you don't remember me, my name's Evan. I broke the test tube today in class, unfortunately. I apologize for that. It's just first day jitters. That was actually my first time in class since March 12th, 2020. So it's just getting back to being in a classroom. I have to get used to it. Major right now, somewhere in the realm of biology. I want to do either marine biology or environmental conservation, depending on what school I'd like to go to. After West Valley, I want to go I have a few schools in mind, basically either Long Beach, where I'd like to do marine biology, or Cal Poly, where I'd like to do environmental conservation, because each school has different classes I'd need for specific majors, and so just whatever classes seem more fun, honestly, that's where I do that major. And then Santa Barbara as well is also on my list. Honestly, anything by the beach. That's where I'd like to be. I have been at West Valley for one year, so 2 semesters. This is my third semester technically, and then I'll probably end up staying here. Hopefully, I finish all my recommended or needed classes at the end of this year, so I can go off to one of those 3 schools I mentioned. Just because, and if I don't make all my classes, I can take some of them at that school, because I don't really want to spend like half a year here taking one class and then going later. I have not attended another college. Unfortunately, it's my first time, but I'm really glad this was my first college because it's awesome. Do I work? I do work now. I've had 2 jobs. I've worked at a car wash called Future Wash for a year. And then from there, I moved to an ice cream shop in Santana Row. I don't know if you know it. It's called Smitten. It's pretty nice. I worked a lot. Actually, I've been there for a year and a half. I got promoted to a lead, and then I just wanted to focus on my classes, and I wasn't really enjoying myself there. It kind of just felt like I was giving away good young time to the company when I could be focusing on myself. So I've actually decided to quit. I put in my 2 weeks last week. Little fun snippet about me. So actually, this will be my last week at Smitten. So if you want a discount, come get some ice cream. But last time I took chemistry was sophomore year of high school. How'd I do? I think I mentioned this before. I got a C, which isn't bad for something you don't really understand. I think a C is pretty good. For me, how'd it go? Some things I understood, some things I didn't. I've mentioned numbers. I'm really good at English, but I'm not good at math, and it's different with my brother. He's really good at math, I'm not good at English, and so part of it is believing you're not good at something. My dad has said it before. He's believing you're not good at something just makes you worse at it, because you're like, oh, I'm not good at it, and you just give up. And that was me with numbers for a long time. So that part of chemistry where there's a lot of math and stuff, thankfully we have calculators, but I would say I struggled in that department. And also because I didn't know what my future would be sophomore year of high school, and I always thought I was kind of wasting my time. I was like, I'll never use this. But now it's, something that I definitely need for my future, and I think that push has definitely helped me be more excited for a lot of my classes that I'm taking. And of course, I'm excited to learn now in college. The big thing was my teachers. I didn't like my teachers, that seems mean to say, in high school. But in college, I trust my teachers now. I can trust that they're good teachers, that they know, you're qualified for this. College, especially at community college, much better than high school. So I think just trusting my teachers more makes me more, and their enthusiasm on the subject makes me more enthusiastic about it. So I think I'll do pretty good in this class. What am I most excited about? Honestly, if I knew, I could tell you. All those words on the screen look pretty fun. All of it, just chemistry is in its own bubble for me, so I think I'm more excited about just being able to differentiate everything I'm learning and just getting an overall just an overall understanding of the subject. That's, I think, what I'm most excited for. I don't speak any languages besides English, unfortunately. But I learned Spanish for a bit in high school, and I'd love to continue with at least one language. So it'd be Spanish or maybe French, because I have a friend who speaks French, and it seems fun. And they're similar. They say if you learn one language, the rest, it gets a lot easier. So just got to get started with one. Do my immediate friends and family, not to repeat the questions. I would say absolutely, because in my time in high school, I was the guy who didn't care about like what I was doing, and then I dated this girl. Actually, this girl you know her. She took your class, I believe, last year, Lydia Wright. She's a year above me, but she was always, A student while I was sitting back coasting with C's. And I think just being with her, and of course my dad is college educated. Both of them really care about your education, and I was always like, didn't really want to push myself, and they respected that because they knew I could, if that wasn't what I was focused on, or if that wasn't where I wanted to be in life, going through college for no reason, just to get a degree, then they respected that. But now, because I want to do something around animals, biology, or marine biology, working with animals, doing something for the world, in the natural world as well. And to be more close to that, I need a degree to get higher up as well. So that's why I'm here, because I want to focus on, like you said, actually, an education opens a lot of doors, and I want to open as many doors as I can. So yes, friends and family extremely understand the challenges and benefits of a college education. Resources, every resource that's available to me for this class. Chemistry's already going to get challenging, I can already tell. Of course, I have you to talk to, but I don't want to take up all of your time, obviously. So I'm sure I'll show you a few questions, absolutely. Textbook as well. I downloaded Khan Academy over the summer to practice for algebra, which is, the counselor said it was pretty common or popular in this class. So I have been practicing Algebra 2 on Khan Academy, and I feel like that'll help me a bit. And then tutoring center, I would absolutely love to use, but I would just say textbook, students in the class. I have a friend in the class as well who him and I can compare answers and things. So you, my friends, and the textbook. That would be my top resources when getting by, and the internet, but I feel like that's a given. My excitement, I'd have to say 8 to 8.5, because I'm excited for this class, but that last bit is just nerves. Like, I sort of question how well I can do, but of course questioning it doesn't help. So I'm going to try to believe that I can just absolutely accomplish. My goal is an A in this class, and I know I can accomplish that, and I'm going to keep telling myself I can accomplish that. My goal is actually an A and to understand chemistry. So if I can do those two things, then I've met my goals. Favorite all-time movie? Actually, I had just watched Steve Zissou and the Aquatic Life of Steve Zissou. I just watched it because I love Wes Anderson. My favorite movie is actually a Wes Anderson movie, Moonrise Kingdom. My buddy showed that to me when I was younger. Loved it. Rewatched that a few weeks ago. I just absolutely love almost all Wes Anderson's films. How he does things. I'm sure you know. Anything that I want you to know that I shouldn't repeat questions? No, that I'm excited to learn. I currently love surfing. I used to play baseball. I just wanted to mention that. Used to play baseball. I'm a big fan of the Giants. Hopefully you're not an A's or Dodgers fan. Surfing is a lot. Surfing is on my mind a lot. I do that a lot. And I think that's where I've been doing it since quarantine, but it's actually it's pushed me to work with the ocean, because when I'm out there, I would look at the kelp and I'd look at the birds, and occasionally we see a sea otter, and it was just absolutely phenomenal how much biodiversity, 99% of the biodiversity on Earth is in the ocean. So there's a lot to study, a lot to learn, and that's what I'm excited about. Do I have any questions for you? No, I don't think so. Not yet. I'm sure I'll come up with a bunch. Probably to a point of annoyance for you, but you seem like you can. I've already annoyed you enough with breaking of test tube, so I don't think it can go any more downhill. An expert. I would be an expert on. I don't think so. I don't think I consider myself an expert on anything. I just think I'm passionate about a lot of things. I'm good at a lot of things, mostly athletic. Athletic and then some biology. I really love biology. I've tried to learn as much as I can. And about if you don't know, one of your colleagues, Professor Svensson, I had an animal behavior class, and Professor Svensson's a huge bird watcher. And I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I love showing off to my friends. Just walking around or somewhere in California, I can point out and I can tell you exactly what bird that is that I see, either based on the color, based on how it's flying or what it's eating, like if it's on the ground or if it's soaring. My friends, they get kind of annoyed because it'll just be out of nowhere, but I can tell you exactly what bird I see because I bought a book and I just went through all the pages and I memorized all of them. And then I'm starting to learn about, I'm hopefully starting to take more classes like this or like biology and learn more and more about birds and their anatomy and mammals and animals in general. But birds are just fun for me because they're everywhere. You can just pick them out, and yeah, that's what I would say I'd be good at. I'm very excited for this class. Very excited for everything. So thank you, and I will see you next week.